Oh, good afternoon folks, it's Friday the 1st of September, and I did say Friday, not a Saturday as usual, because I got the day off, so I thought I'd come up on Dartmoor for a very quick overnighter. Currently at the back of Meldon Reservoir, just looking up in the direction of Shellstone in towards Sawton. There's a couple paragliders, so just shows what kind of good weather we got. So I'm now going to head on up through the valley. Slight change of plan this time. I'm not camping in my usual spot, so if you just recover from a bit of shock there, I'm going to go to a choice of three places. I'm looking at either Steeperton Tor, either Oak Tor, or possibly East Mill Tor. So I've got a couple hours. I've got about two and a half hours to get there, so right, let's press on. I'll catch you all in a bit. Just walking through West Oakman Valley here, and if you remember last week I mentioned about dead cow. Oh, the cow's now gone. Roughly where the lady is. It looks like someone's taking it away. Anyway, let's press on. Alright, good afternoon folks. I think you recognise this place from all my previous videos. The good news is I am not stopping here for the night. I've only just stopped here now just to fill up my 2 litre and 1 litre soya bottles. 2 litre I'm taking with me. I've already got a 1 litre Nalgene and a half litre Coke bottle. The 1 litre soya, which I'm now using the soya mini on. I haven't bought the syringe to backflush. I backflush this before I come out, so we should do 3 litres of water without any problem. So I've just stopped here for a few minutes. Now I'm going to head on. Initially I was going to go up to Fordham's Ledge, but I'm a bit behind time. It's now nearly 5 o'clock. I'm going to go around the corner and head up towards Dinger Tor. My intention is to either camp on or at the base of Steeperton Tor or on Oak Tor, but my first port of call would be East Mill Tor. I have seen a little spot there which looked quite promising, so I'm going to get there first. So it gives me about an hour to get there. It doesn't get dark until about 8 o'clock, so I'm just going to finish off some water and then I'm going to press on, and I'll catch you all again shortly. Right, I just got the East Mill Tor, and the place I was thinking about was that it's not even big enough to lie down in, so my memory must be getting crap. Right, I'll have to go and find somewhere else now. Preferably down that side because the wind's coming from behind me. Right, let's go back down to the right and see what I can find around the corner. Right, this is turning a bit of a cock up. This place looked pretty promising. I've just tried about 7-8 places to get a peg in, and a peg won't even go over halfway. There was a place just around the corner I've just looked at. Seemed good, same problem. I think what I'll do now is I'm going to head around the corner. If I can't find nothing there, I'm going to go and head over towards Oak Tor. Right, let's press on. Right folks, it's about 7:30 in the evening now. East Mill Tor was a bit of a washout, so I've ended up on Oak Tor. In my previous video I did say I've never camped on Oak Tor, so I thought I might as well. Originally tried to pitch about 50 metres over there. There's a nice flat area, short grass, brilliant. Unfortunately I couldn't get a peg no more halfway in, so I've come here and I've pitched up here on some bumpy grass, but it is level, so it shouldn't be too bad tonight. So I've got the shelter down pretty low on the back on this side because the wind is coming from that way. I could have turned the shelter that way, but there was a rock on the other side. So right, I'm going to get some grub on the go. The temperature's dropped a bit now as well, so I put on my snug pack sleeker jacket over my shirt just to keep me warm for the time being. So hopefully if it stays clear like this, I might get my camera out shortly and start taking some low light shots. So let's see how it goes, but I want something to eat first. I'm just about to get some water on the go and have my tea, but I'll just show you what I brought food wise. Tea tonight, I got a Cornish pasty. Excuse me, it's not warm, it's cold. For afters I got a saffron bun, and I'm going to wash it down with a cup of tea, so sugar and milk powder, my folded mug. For breakfast I got a Mountain House scrambled eggs with bacon. And my other food, like snack food, I've got 3 brunch bars. There's actually 4 because one's in my hip belt, and I've got a chunky Kit Kat for this evening. And my other drinks, I've got 2 sachets of Swiss Miss drinking chocolate, and there's 2 sachets of fruit drink, which I'll probably have in the morning, along with some salt and pepper and spare sugars by looking at it. So that's all the food I got, so I'm going to get my water on the go now and have some food. You can't beat it. scoffing a good old pasty and washing it down with a cup of tea on an evening like this. Bloody handsome. Good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I've been up for a little while. Had a pretty good night, but just admiring the view now just before sunrise. So I think I'll get this camera on a tripod in a minute and try and do some time lapse of the sun rising. It's a bit fresh this morning, but not too bad. I've got my jacket on now, but I'm plenty warm in that. So probably pot around here for half an hour taking some photographs, and I'll then probably do some breakfast and pack up. Yeah, it's about 7:15 now. Got my camera there taking a time-lapse picture of the sunrise, and it's a absolutely lovely morning. The sun's just come up, the mist in the valley is just gradually receded, and I've already packed up. All my stuff, sleeping bag's packed. I've just got to put it in a rucksack now and then I'm going to start doing my breakfast, but I'm going to have to hang on for a while because the camera's still got another 20 minutes. So, alright, let's press on, do some breakfast. Yeah, it's about 8:20 now. There's a few runners around. I'm already packed up. Just about to take the shelter down. That brings me on to something else. I had a message from Waxes00 or Wax00. Apologies if I got your name wrong there, mate. I did see you sent me a message. I've had the notification, but I couldn't find it on the video to reply to. So I'll reply to you now. Difference was, why did I go for the Gatewood Cape rather than the 6 Million Designs Lunar Solo? I leant more towards the Gatewood Cape for two reasons. One, it's the modular flexibility of it, where you can basically either use the Serenity net or the cape itself as a shelter, obviously both together. And also you can use the cape, as the name suggests, as a poncho over your rucksack if it's raining. I haven't yet used that configuration. I did look at the Lunar Solo originally, but the one over in England at the time was the LE version, which is the limited edition. The difference is that apparently they made it with a heavier weight fabric, which upped the weight a bit. So I kind of looked at the Gatewood Cape for a long time. Price wise, they're about the same. The cape itself is about 130, the inner net's about 120. Weight wise, the cape's about 11 ounces, the inner net's about the same, so 22 ounces, which is about 1.5 pounds. The Lunar Solo, I think it comes in at 600 grams, which is about 1.5 pounds. So there's maybe an ounce difference. The difference, the similarity, should I say, between the two, they look exactly the same, except on the Lunar Solo there is no hood. You've just got a little vent there. When you look at pictures, they look practically identical. The difference is the net isn't separate, it's all attached, it's all in one. The net, from what pictures I've seen, goes up and it gets attached around about there and all around the front, where you've just got the whole inner. So personally, if I had to get another shoulder, either one of these two, I'd probably lean towards a Lunar Solo, mainly because you're going to get more room inside. Obviously with the net, if you haven't set this one up correctly, which I kind of haven't here, you'll find that the net inside bows in and ends up on top of your face all the time. But if you had the Lunar Solo, you wouldn't get that problem. But as long as you've given it enough clearance, obviously at the back all the way along there, I've got it touching the ground. I really should have lifted it up a bit higher, which explains why I've got a lot of condensation in there this morning. But if you if you lift it up a bit, you get no problem with that whatsoever. So my advice to you, mate, is just check all the videos on YouTube, have a look. But end of the day, if I'm going to get this or the Lunar Solo right today, I'd probably go for the Lunar Solo. So I hope that's helped you, Waxes00 or 00, whatever your name was, sorry. Any questions you got about it, mate, just make a comment on the video and I'll get back to you on that. Another thing I meant to have said is when they're shut up like that, they look exactly the same. The other pictures I've seen, that is both the front panels have been lifted up as well. One thing which lead me towards the Lunar Solo these days is obviously when you've got the Serenity net fitted to the Gatewood Cape, you're forever faffing around trying to get the net up to a certain height, but unfortunately sometimes you get it so high up it touches the back of the shelter. So like I said, mate, I'd probably go towards a Lunar Solo. Another thing I forgot to mention, if you've got the shelter set up correctly, condensation shouldn't be an issue. Obviously with the way I had it set up last night, I've had condensation this morning. It's on the shower and it's also hit the Serenity net. If you go that way, be aware of it, but if you go towards the Lunar Solo, which doesn't have the net on the inside except for the front and around the base where it's attached, one option you can do is just take a small microfiber towel, and if there is any build-up of condensation on the inside, just wipe it down with a towel. So it's just one idea. The other thing worth pointing out to you is obviously the shelter doesn't come with any pegs. When I got it, I bought 6 titanium pegs just to go lightweight. The shelter needs a minimum of 6 anyway. They're okay, but my preference now, and I've only got 4 of these, are Y-shaped pegs. 2 reasons: one, they're still pretty lightweight; secondly, you've got the cord there which helps to pull out in the morning. But best of all, these pegs grip the ground absolutely brilliantly. I've had a bit of wind, not for me of course, but on the shoulder in the past, and it's kind of moved these around a bit, so they're fine if it's not windy. If it's windy, go with A, but generally I would say go for these. I hope that helps you, mate. Right, also that's the 2 packed. Serenity net there is about the size of an Nalgene, and this one's about 8 inches by 6, and he's about 2 or so wide. It does compress down. The other thing I forgot to mention as well is with these 2 you have to pitch net first. You can do it that way and then attach it afterwards, but for better pitching I have to do it net first. So like I said, I still probably lean towards the Lunar Solo now because it's all in one. And if it's raining, you can see what I mean, you ain't going to get the net wet. Alright, good morning. It's 9 o'clock, I'm all packed up. I'm just about to head off now. Just noticed it's a bit grey over that way. Looks like it might rain. It did try to spit a little bit ago, but it didn't come to nothing. So I'm now going to head on down the track and go back that way towards Oakhampton. So I've got plenty of time, I've got a couple of hours yet, so I'll catch you all shortly. It's about 10:30 now, so I'm just about to come off the moor. So I'd just like to say thanks for watching. Please feel free to give me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or queries, please leave it in the comments box and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So from me, all the best, and I'll catch you again soon.